Hi everybody, I'm Howard and this is Otter's Retirement Corner. So the last video I did was wrapping up the Republicans' proposal on Medicare. And the comments were similar, not quite as bad on that one as they were on the Social Security, the Republican Social Security proposal. And a lot of people are still saying I'm being political and I've ruined my channel because now I'm political. And let me just reiterate this. To be clear, I'm not being political. I'm commenting on political statements within the Republican paper. All right, it was a 184-page paper, and half of it was full of political statements. I was commenting on the fact that they were making political statements, the political statements that were incorrect or lies, misinformation. I wasn't making my own political statement. I was presenting facts. You could agree with that. You can disagree with that. And certainly people are going to disagree with that. I see it in the comments. And all I'm going to say is don't run away. If you have a point to make the point. Don't just run away. Say, hey, here's why I disagree with your analysis. Here are my points. Have a conversation. Don't just say, hey, you're being political and run away. Don't say, hey, you're being democratic or you're being liberal and run away. Stay and converse so we both learn, so people reading can learn. Okay, so I was preparing today to do this video, and one of my viewers, Mike McClennan, I think it's McClennan, asked me when I'm going to do the Democratic proposal for Medicare. Or he was asking if there was one and whether I was going to break it down. And while there isn't one like the Republicans, it's not a Democratic group. This came out of the White House, out of Biden's budget proposal. So he does have an outline for a plan there. Going to review that quickly here today. And let me say this. There are no political statements within this press release. None, zero. It doesn't blame Republicans, it doesn't blame other Democrats, it doesn't blame other administrations, it doesn't blame anybody or anything, and that would have been all right, for the problems with Medicare. It addresses what those problems are and how they're going to fix them. So, now you're going to say, well, Howard made no political statements about Biden's plan, and he did about the Republican plan. And again, the reason is the Republicans put political statements in their plan. The White House has not done so. All right, so here we go. The proposals in the president's budget would extend the solvency of Medicare's insurance trust fund by at least 25 years. Okay, good start. All right, so the first point is modestly increasing the Medicare tax rate on income above $400,000. All right, well, whether this is modestly or not, that's up to everyone's own opinion. The budget proposes to increase the Medicare tax rate on earned and unearned, this is different, income above $400,000 from 3.8% to 5%. So presently, people making over, I'm going to say 200,000 individually, 250,000 jointly, pay 5%, or I'm sorry, 3.8% right now. There's an add-on above the normal rate where you pay 1.45% or 2.9% combined with your employer. So it increases. I was subject to this. I had to pay more for Medicare when I hit a certain income threshold. So now they're saying over 400,000 income, that's going to go up to 5%. It's a big chunk. I did a video before about raising taxes on people making over 250,000 or over 400,000 on Social Security. And, the video's out there. I'll try to remember to put the link in here so you can watch it again. And my analysis or my opinion was that, yes, it would really help Social Security. And like this, yes, it would really help Medicare. But I would never call it fair. All right, people say, hey, the wealthy have to pay their fair share. What will happen is they will pay an enormous amount of money and they will get no additional benefit in Social Security and they'll get no additional benefit in Medicare. So the wealthy will be subsidizing those who earn less. I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying that's bad. All I'm saying is it does not fit my definition of fair. So when you're clamoring for the wealthy to pay more, understand they will just simply be subsidizing people. And if that's your idea of fair, fine. If it's a good idea to you, fine. Let me know. Is that a good idea? Is this a good idea? This will help fund Medicare. So again, that 400,000 and over, and that's, Biden's been consistent in that. I personally think he made a mistake digging his feet in there. He said he's not going to tax anybody extra who's making less than 400,000. Maybe in negotiation he'll give that up, but he's really made it difficult for himself to give that up. He should probably let that go down to 250,000. Don't think he will, and I think that was a mistake, but it remains to be seen whether Democrats and Republicans could collaborate and come to some decision. So it goes on to say some high-paid professionals and other wealthy business owners have managed to shield some of their income from tax by claiming it's neither earned income nor investment income, which is what is subject to the tax now. So there's no details on how they will grab taxes off of unearned income. That remains to be seen. There's going to be some enforcement mechanism in that, and those tend to be convoluted and difficult to implement. So we'll see what happens with that. So they're saying they're going to implement that tax without loopholes. Okay, let's see it. All right, so building on the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA, which gave Medicare the authority to negotiate prices for high drug costs, which we talked about in the last video. The budget strengthens the newly established negotiating power by allowing Medicare to negotiate prices for more drugs and bring drugs into negotiation sooner after they launch. So they're expanding the ability to negotiate lower prices, which will lower the cost of the program and will probably also lower the cost for co-pays for beneficiaries. Probably a good idea. Drug companies won't like it, and if it ever gets close to passing, you'll see them tank in the stock market. It also strengthens the IRA requirement that drug companies pay rebates to Medicare when they increase prices faster than inflation by extending this rule to commercial health insurance. So again, lower drug costs, because they're going to pay rebates on drugs they increase in price too fast. It's not a big one, but every little bit helps, I guess. All right, so lower out-of-pocket costs for drugs subject to negotiation. By reducing prices for high-cost drugs, the budget's expansion of Medicare drug negotiations will not only save money for the federal government, it will also cut beneficiaries' out-of-pocket costs by billions of dollars. Okay, theoretically, that could work. Whether that goes through or not. There's a couple other minor, a few other minor issues here. I'm not gonna talk about them. So, we have a plan here. Like Biden's Social Security plan, I would give this, close to a 0 chance of ever passing. Is that the point? I don't know. Both parties put out a plan. Neither has in a divided political environment. Neither has a chance of passing unless there's negotiation and compromise. So when you negotiate, sometimes you aim really high, knowing you're going to have to compromise down. Does Biden compromise down from 400,000 to 250,000? Does he compromise to something else? Some of the Republican plans. That's what it's going to take. I hate to be pessimistic, but right now I don't feel real good about them getting anything done prior to this election. Hopefully, in 4 years this gets revisited. We're running out of time. First on Medicare, and then eventually on Social Security. So hopefully they can compromise. So that's the plan. Tell me what you think, please. Criticize, insult. I don't care. Don't run away. Everyone who criticized me, I came back with a question, and they didn't answer. They almost to a person, they ran away. It's more fun if we talk, I guess. It's more of a benefit. So again, please subscribe, please like, comment. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.